New York, May 25th, 1922. Polo Grounds, Yankees versus Browns. Hot afternoon, tempers short. Ruth's temper shortest. Already suspended earlier, this season, 6 games, for arguing, for complaining, for being Ruth. Just returned 6 games ago, playing well, hitting well, being Ruth. But today different. Today pressure building, something brewing, something dangerous, something explosive, waiting to erupt, to explode, to become legend, not good legend, bad legend, embarrassing legend. About Ruth. Oh, losing control, twice, in same inning, first at umpire, then at fan, creating chaos, creating scandal, creating story, that newspapers will love, that league will punish, that Ruth will regret. But not enough, never enough to change, to learn, to stop. Being Ruth, wild, uncontrollable, ungovernable, Ruth, forever Ruth. Especially today, especially this inning, especially what's coming. In approximately 3 minutes, when everything goes wrong, when control disappears, when Babe, Ruth. It becomes chaos, personified. 4th inning, Ruth batting, runners on base, big situation, game tied, crowd loud, everyone watching, expecting, home run, big hit, Ruth magic, pitcher careful, too careful, almost walking him, but Ruth swinging, at borderline pitch, making contact, line drive, down line, first baseline, Ruth running, hard, fast, for big man, thinking double, easy double, ball rolling, first baseman chasing, Ruth rounding first, heading to second, sliding, hard slide. Aggressive slide, Ruth style, dust flying, umpire watching, George Hildebrand, veteran umpire, good umpire, fair umpire, usually, but making call. Ruth doesn't like, doesn't agree with, doesn't accept. Out, arms spreading, signal clear, Ruth out. At second, no double, just single. Out trying, for extra base. Ruth jumping up, immediately, not accepting, not agreeing, not believing. Safe, I was safe, Hildebrand shaking head. You're out, calls made, get off field. Ruth approaching, closer. Oh, too close, invading space, breaking rules. About umpire, contact, distance, respect. That's a terrible call, blind call, wrong call, Hildebrand warning. Back off, Ruth, you're out, accept it, move on. But Ruth not backing, not accepting, not moving, getting angrier, face reddening, veins bulging, control slipping, judgment disappearing, consequences, irrelevant. In this moment, this angry moment, this stupid moment, Ruth bending down, grabbing dirt, handful of dirt from infield. Hildebrand not seeing, not expecting, not ready. Ruth straightening, arm coming up, throwing, motion, dirt flying, toward umpire, toward face, toward eyes, direct hit, dirt exploding, into Hildebrand's face, into eyes, into mouth, into everything. Umpire stumbling back, hands going up, too late, dirt already, everywhere, blinding, choking, shocking, crowd gasping, collective gasp, everyone seeing, everyone witnessing, everyone understanding. Ruth just assaulted. Umpire physically assaulted. As with dirt in front of 30,000 people, teammates in dugout, frozen. Lou Gehrig standing, mouth open, disbelieving. Did Babe just throw dirt at umpire? Other teammates, equally shocked. He's done. He's finished. League will kill him. Browns players, also watching. Some laughing, some shocked, some understanding. Ruth crossed. Line, big line, career-threatening line. Ruth standing there, realizing what he did, what he just did, what he can't. Undo. And Hildebrand wiping eyes, violently, aggressively, dirt in everything, in eyes, in nose, in mouth, gritty, painful, humiliating, in front of, everyone, coughing, spitting, trying to breathe, trying to see, trying to process. What just happened, finally clearing. Enough dirt, vision returning, blurry, watery, but functional, looking at Ruth with fury, pure fury, righteous fury, deserved fury. Never in 20 years umpiring has anyone done this to him, assaulted him with dirt in his face. It's unforgivable, unacceptable, unthinkable. You're ejected. Get off my field now. And I'm reporting this to league office today. You're done, Ruth. Done. Ruth not arguing. This time, knowing. Crossed line, big line, unforgivable line, assault line. Can't argue, can't protest, can't do anything except leave, walk away, face consequences. Later, huge consequences. Coming, definitely coming. Hildebrand still yelling, still spitting, dirt, still furious. 20 years, nobody has ever. Get off my field! Ruth turning, walking toward dugout. Slowly, crowd watching, some cheering, his ejection, some booing, the call, some just stunned, silent, mixed reaction, mixed feelings, mixed everything. Ruth's head down, ashamed, maybe, slightly, but also still angry about call, about out, about everything. Anger not gone, just redirected, temporarily contained, waiting for next target, next outlet, next explosion, coming soon, very soon, seconds away, approaching dugout. Home dugout, Yankees dugout, where teammates, wait, where safety, should be, where Ruth should go, should sit, should stay, but won't, because fan, yelling from stands, right above, dugout, close, too close, loud, too loud, stupid, too stupid, not knowing when to stop, when danger arrives, when Babe Ruth, already angry, already ejected, already past, caring about consequences, fan yelling, "Hey Ruth, nice play! Maybe if you weren't so fat you could run." Ruth stopping, freezing, that word, fat, tubby, heavy, weight, always, sensitive, always, painful, always, triggering, something deep, something childhood, something orphanage, something he hates hearing, especially now, especially today, especially after dirt, after ejection, after everything, wrong word, wrong time, wrong Ruth, fan continuing, not reading, danger signs, not seeing, Ruth's face, changing, darkening, deciding. Go home, fatty. You're done. You're washed up. That's it. Final straw, last word, death sentence. For fans' safety, for fans' afternoon, for fans' ability to sit comfortably in stands ever again without remembering. Day he insulted Babe Ruth to his face, while Ruth was already enraged, Ruth turning, looking up, at stands, at fan, at target, eyes locking, fan seeing, Ruth moving, not toward dugout, toward stands, toward barrier, toward fan, toward confrontation, toward violence, toward chaos. Yet if again, worse chaos, public chaos, visible chaos, everyone watching, everyone seeing, everyone remembering, forever. Ruth reaching barrier, between field and stands, wooden barrier, waist high, separating players from fans, protecting fans from players, usually, but not. Protecting this fan, not from Ruth, not today. Ruth grabbing barrier, pulling himself, up, over, into stands. Fans around, scattering, screaming, moving away from danger, from Ruth, from whatever, about to happen. Target fan, eyes frozen, at first, disbelieving. He's not. Really coming, really climbing. Really, is he? Yes, yes he is, definitely, absolutely, completely, coming, right now, right here, right at him. Fan, finally, moving, turning, running, upstairs, through stands, away, from Ruth, from danger, from biggest mistake of his life, Ruth following, climbing fully, into stands, standing, in section, with fans, regular people, baseball fans, who wanted, see game, see Yankees, see Ruth, but not this Ruth. Not angry Ruth, not attacking Ruth, not Ruth, chasing fan, through stands, like madman, like predator, like unstoppable force of rage and consequences. Ruth running after fan, upstairs, through rows, between seats, people diving, out of way, clearing path for chase, for madness, for whatever. This is becoming, fan running, faster, younger, thinner, more motivated by fear, by survival, by not wanting to die, at polo grounds, at hands of Babe Ruth, who he just insulted, called fat. Yeah, called washed up. Stupidest words ever spoken, ever. Chase continuing through section, upstairs, toward concourse, fan desperate, Ruth determined, but something happening, Ruth slowing, breathing harder, legs heavier, step by step, getting slower, getting louder, breathing louder, gasping louder. People in stands, watching, some horrified, some fascinated, some laughing, quietly, nervously, seeing Babe Ruth, greatest slugger, alive, unable to catch, regular fan, running up stairs. Ye that word, that triggering word, becoming, prophetic, true, accurate. Ruth is heavier now than playing days, than prime, than fast days, 215 pounds, maybe more, on frame built for 190, age catching, weight showing, speed gone, knees complaining, lungs burning, heart pounding, each step harder, each breath, louder, each moment, more embarrassing, can't catch, younger man, lighter man, faster man, fan looking back, seeing Ruth, slowing, struggling, almost stopping, fear turning to relief, relief turning to realization. He's escaping, actually escaping. Babe Ruth can't catch him, truth hurting, more than insult, reality, painful reality, undeniable reality, public reality, thousands watching, Ruth's failure, Ruth's aging, Ruth's limitations. Can't catch him, won't catch him, never catching him. Fan reaching, concourse, disappearing, into crowd, into safety, into escape, gone, completely gone. Ruth stopping at top of stairs, breathing hard, gasping hard, hands on knees. He bent over, completely bent, exhausted, embarrassed, defeated by stairs, by age, by weight, by that word, fat, that he couldn't disprove, couldn't deny, couldn't overcome, couldn't outrun, standing there, sweating, panting, looking, defeated, fans watching from distance, carefully, warily, respectfully, some sympathetically, some mockingly, all seeing Babe Ruth, not invincible, not unstoppable, not young anymore, seeing truth, painful truth, about hero, about legend, about time, catching everyone, even Babe Ruth, especially Babe Ruth. One fan nearby whispering to friend, he really is getting old, can't even catch a regular guy. Another responding, that's what happens to everyone, even legends. Words carrying to Ruth, hearing them, making it worse, much worse, infinitely worse. Security arriving, finally, late, as always, finding Ruth, in stands, breathing hard, looking, defeated, 3 uniformed men, stadium security, concerned faces, professional faces, embarrassed faces. This is Babe Ruth, legend, hero, now bent over, in stands, after chasing, fan, after failing, to catch him. Mr. Ruth, you need to leave, now, come with us. Ruth nodding, no fight, no argument, no energy for anything, except walking, standing up, slowly, painfully, body protesting, knees stiff, back tight, not from chase, from age, from years, from reality. Security flanking him, one on each side, escorting, protecting, from fans, from embarrassment, from himself. Is it walking back, downstairs, through section, same path, he just chased fan, through, now walking, slowly, defeated, everyone watching, entire section, staring, silent, some sympathetic, some amused, some just confused. What they just witnessed, Babe Ruth, chasing fan, failing, being escorted by security, like criminal, like troublemaker, like problem, not hero, not legend, not babe, just trouble. Walking down, step by step, past fans, who clear, path, not from, respect, from fear, from uncertainty, what Ruth might do. Next, who he might chase. Next, reaching field level, barrier, climbing back, over, onto field, back where he belongs, where he's safe, where fans can't insult, where he can't chase, can perform, can be. Ruth, baseball, Ruth, not crazy Ruth, not attacking Ruth, normal Ruth, except nothing normal about today. Nothing Ruth can fix, can undo, can forget. Walking across field toward dugout, crowd watching, entire stadium, 30,000 eyes on him, all on his walk of shame, of defeat, of aging, into dugout, into tunnel, into clubhouse, into shower, into whatever comes. Next, sitting in clubhouse, alone, teammates still, playing game. Ruth showered, dressed, thinking about today, about everything, about dirt, about umpire, about fan, about chase, about failure to catch him, about word, fat, about truth, about age, about everything, wrong with today, with himself, with control. He doesn't have, never had, never will have. That's Ruth. That's problem. That's truth. Door opening, manager, Miller Huggins, small man, serious man, angry man, today, very angry. Standing, looking at Ruth, shaking head, disappointed, not surprised, just disappointed. Babe, what am I going to do with you? Ruth looking up. I don't know, Skip. You threw dirt at umpire's face, then charged, into stands. After fan, all this, 6 games, after suspension, for similar behavior. What's wrong with you? He called me out. I was safe. So you threw dirt at his face? I was angry. And the fan? He called me fat. Huggins pausing, sighing, long sigh, tired sigh, managing Ruth. Is exhausting, always exhausting, forever exhausting. Did you catch him? No. So you threw dirt at umpire, chased fan, failed to catch him, made spectacle of yourself, of team, of Yankees, for nothing, for absolutely nothing. When you put it that way, sounds bad. It is bad. It's terrible. It's indefensible. League will fine you, suspend you. That Ruth sitting, quietly knowing, Huggins right, about everything, about stupidity, about consequences, about deserving, everything coming. I'm sorry, Skip. Sorry, doesn't fix. This doesn't undo. This doesn't help. This you need to control yourself. Need to think before acting. Need to grow up. You're 27, not 17. Act like it. Ruth nodding, understanding, agreeing, even meaning it in moment. But both knowing, tomorrow, next week, next time. Ruth will be Ruth again. Uncontrollable, unpredictable, ungovernable. That's who he is. That's what he does. That's why he's Ruth. For better, for worse, forever. Next day, league office, statement issued. Babe Ruth, fined $200, stripped of, team captaincy, public apology, required, for umpire, for league, for baseball, for everyone. Ruth complying, giving statement, reading prepared, words, not his words, team's words, league's words, but his voice, his responsibility, his consequences. I apologize for my actions yesterday against umpire, against fan, against baseball standards. I let anger control me, let frustration overcome judgment. I was wrong, completely wrong. I accept my punishment. I will do better. Going forward, I promise to represent Yankees baseball with dignity, respect, control from now on. Words hollow, everyone knowing, including Ruth. That promises don't stick, that control won't last. And that next time, something triggers. Ruth will be Ruth again. Explosive, uncontrollable. Ruth forever. Reporters asking after statement. Babe, what happened? I lost my temper. The dirt throwing? Shouldn't have done it. The fan chase? Shouldn't have done that either. Did you mean to hit the umpire with dirt? Ruth pausing, thinking, deciding, on honesty, on truth, on something that might make this worse. But Ruth is Ruth, and Ruth tells truth, eventually. No, I didn't mean. Made to hit umpire with dirt, that was. Heat of moment, stupid moment, regret it. Reporters writing, good quote, good honesty. Then Ruth continuing, adding, what nobody asked for, what nobody needs, what Ruth can't help saying. But I did mean to hit that bastard in the stands. Silence, reporters stopping, looking up. Did he? Just say. What we think, he said, Ruth nodding, confirming. Yeah, I meant to hit him, tried to hit him. He called me fat, called me washed up in front of everyone, after I was already ejected, already embarrassed. So yeah, I meant to catch him, to hit him, to teach him, lesson about respect, about when to shut up. Didn't catch him, though, too slow, too heavy, too old, apparently, so he was. Right, about that, at least. Reporter scribbling, furiously. This is better quote, better story, better headline. Ruth admits, meant to hit fan. Tomorrow's papers, full of it. Next morning, newspapers everywhere. A New York Times. Ruth ejected after throwing dirt at umpire, chasing fan into stands. New York, Herald. Babe's rampage, assaults umpire, pursues heckler. Daily News. Ruth runs wild, dirt in ump's face, can't catch fan. Sporting News. Ruth's double disgrace, attacks official, fails to catch tormentor. Every paper, every headline, every story, same theme. Ruth lost control, twice, same inning, made fool. Of himself, of team, of baseball, league furious, Yankees furious. Ruth not caring, much. Said truth, felt good, consequences, already paid. What's more, they can do everything, probably. But Ruth, being Ruth, doesn't think that far. Ahead, ever, teammate later, remembering day. I was on field when Ruth threw dirt. Couldn't believe my eyes. Who does that? Who throws dirt at umpire's face? Ruth does. That's who. Then watching him climb into stands after fan. Watching chase. Watching him slow down. Watching him fail to catch. That was painful. Seeing Ruth realize. He's not young anymore. Not fast anymore. Not able to catch. Some random fan who insulted him. That hurt more than fine, more than captaincy, more than anything. Reality of aging, of slowing, of becoming what that fan called him. That was real punishment, real pain, real consequence. League can fine him, suspend him, strip titles, but can't give back youth, speed, time. That's what Ruth lost that day in those stairs, in that chase, in that failure, truth about himself. He couldn't outrun. Years later, fan involved, interviewed, finally telling story. I was, stupid kid, 22 years old, thought I was clever, funny, original, yelling at Ruth about weight, about age, about performance. Everyone else doing it. Why not me? Then seeing his face turn, seeing him start climbing into stands toward me. I froze, couldn't believe he was really coming. For me, then survival kicked in, and I ran faster than ever ran before or since. In my life, heard him. Behind me, footsteps, heavy, getting closer, then getting farther, then stopping. Didn't look back until concourse, until safe, until escaped, then looking, seeing Ruth, bent over, breathing hard, looking, defeated, felt bad for moment, then felt lucky, very lucky, that he didn't catch me, because I genuinely believe he would have hit me, hurt me, taught me, lesson about respect, would have deserved it. 2, for being stupid, for insulting, legend, for not knowing when to. I shut up. Story becoming part of. Ruth legend, not proud part, not glorious part, but real part, human part, flawed part. Ruth losing, control, twice, same day, same inning, first at authority, then at critic. Both times, wrong, both times, punished, both times, regretted, but also, both times, understandable, somehow. Because Ruth was Ruth, emotional, reactive, uncontrollable, human, very human, sometimes too human for his own, good for teams, good for baseballs, good. But that's what made him Ruth. Not just talent, not just power, not just numbers, but personality, big personality, uncontrollable personality, explosive personality. That created headlines, stories, legends, good and bad, triumph and scandal, glory and shame, all of it, together, mixed, inseparable. That's Ruth, that's legacy, that's truth about man, who threw dirt at umpire's face, then chased fan into stands, then failed to catch him because age and weight and time caught him. Instead, teaching lesson, he didn't want about limitations, about aging, about truth. He couldn't escape, no matter how hard he tried, how fast he ran, how much he raged against it. Reality always wins, eventually, even against Babe Ruth, especially against Babe Ruth. On May 25th, 1922, at Polo Grounds, in front of thousands, learning truth about himself. Painful truth, undeniable truth, that even. Legends, age, slow, fail, to catch, insulting fans who run upstairs, away from. Consequences, leaving Ruth behind, breathing hard, facing different consequences, heavier consequences, more lasting consequences about who he was becoming, whether he wanted to see it or not. If this story of lost control and hard lessons made you think, please subscribe for more real human moments from sports legends. And comment, have you ever lost your temper and immediately regretted it? What happened?